We were doing so well as well. And then it just went, bye.
Okay, we are live. I wanted to bring you all Riona back with Keith this time because we got logged off, but I wanted him to say a couple of words because everybody is so impressed with your character, and it's not, super common to find people that sticks through, even when already you have a relationship. Here you came in after you had to deal with all of that. I want you just to share something with you, Keith, Riona, and whoever. I have already a few people that are joining us. I met my husband and I proposed to him on our third date because I was doing all the testing.
I told her, sorry, I told them about the guy and the gal talk.
Yeah.
The test that you gave me. And then when I said, no, Keith, the big smile on your face that you had afterwards to go.
Yeah. So I was doing all the testing. My husband passed the test really quickly. So on the third date, I remember how you said, when you have a good guy, just grab onto him.
Hey, don't let him go. Don't let him go.
So that's what I did. We're married for 31 years. So Keith, please share a few things with us. Some words of wisdom.
What would you like to know?
Just some message, something that the men who are going to be hearing, that they can be inspired by you.
Well, obviously, you've seen our story, me and Riona, the things we've overcome, and a lot of it's down to, Riona's will and a fight, to get back on her feet. And
you don't let me quit, though.
No, don't let you quit. It's definitely teamwork. And, when I came into Riona's life, I admired a drive and a courage, after everything what had happened to her with her spinal stroke and stuff. And, I never looked at her disability. I never looked at her and thought, you're in a wheelchair, you're not my type of lady. It was more of a connection. We had a connection, like my heart and her heart, and as ideals and as values and ethics. And I think that goes a long way in a relationship. You need to have a partner. You need to be with somebody who's going to support you through everything. And like you said, that's very rare. I've never had that until I met Riona. And like I said, I've learned a lot of stuff about myself. About patience, and my saying is just lead with love. So anything you do in life.
That's exactly what I said.
Yes.
She's stealing my quotes now. But I just think if you lead with love, be passionate about everything you do, whether it's you being a father, having a friend, being a friend, being a partner, your work, your job, anything. I think if you put your heart and soul into it, you're going to give yourself a better chance of achieving or a better chance of reciprocating it. I know it's a lead with love, and I think it's me and Riona have been through so much, but we enjoy life probably more than anybody else because we've been through them dark times, and now we're seeing the fruits of our labour. Me coming back, from a sporting background, playing professional rugby league and being very competitive and being a sportsman has learned me a lot about leadership, unity, being in a team, discipline, never giving up. And I think, that transfers into life as well. So, and the great thing is now, people all over the world are seeing a story. People are being inspired, not just people in wheelchairs or people with disabilities, but people who have, from broken marriages, people who have fallen out of love, people who don't have faith in men anymore. I put my hand up, guys give me a pat on the back, and women said to me, you put faith back in humanity. And that's just me. That's just who I am.
We sound very similar.
You look similar.
This is why when I was saying when he was talking that time in that cafe, when he asked me for a coffee, it was like it was my thoughts coming out of. Oh, sorry, I've just hit him. My thoughts coming out of his mouth. It was so strange. I thought, and the thing is, with him, there can be something wrong with me, and I don't even need to tell him. He just looks at me and knows. You know, you get those people that just read you and they understand you and they have a conversation with you without even saying 2 words.
Yes, it's a soul connection. And you know what? That's how I felt when I met my husband on the first date. And the first minute, I felt such a connection that it was inexplainable. And when I came back and I told my aunt, you know, I was by my aunt's house when he picked me up, and I said, if he won't propose, I'm gonna die. And my aunt is like a little dramatic, you know, like you just met a guy. But I felt a connection that was beyond explanation. And it really helps when you feel that type of commitment and love and like really genuine relationship, you know, not based on silliness that tomorrow, you know, we're married for 31 years. I went through my ups and downs and surgeries. He had a stroke. And because it's based on real stuff, it can sustain those adversities.
Yes.
It's when it's not based on what's important, you know, when if it's only based on looks, then you lose the looks, you get older, you gain weight or whatever, that relationship breaks apart. But when it's based on the soul connection, I'm just so happy. I heard about you because my daughter saw a newspaper article about you, and she read, and she knows that I interview thrivers, and she told me, Mommy, she would be great for your show. So it came to my attention through my daughter. I was so excited that she knew that I would, you know, this is the type of person that I would like to share the message with. And so your message is really rapidly taking over the world. And I want to be of any support and help with your foundation. I want to know more about it, spread the word, help you in any way, because what you're doing is holy work.
It is, you know, I always believe that when you see these historical buildings or you see these monuments that stand the test of time, like the pyramids, and they're not supposed to do that. When you build the foundations right, it'll stand there forever.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter what storms Mother Nature brings, it will stay there forever. And Keith has made me realize that in life, you have to make those foundations solid and true. They have to be built in truth. And that's why we work so well, because the foundations that we laid at the beginning of our relationship were something, then the foundations are solid, and then you can build upon that and you can make your ivory tower and you can do whatever you want in your life. But if those foundations are not there, everything crumbles.
That's right.
And I'm mentally tough. He is mentally tough, not as tough as me though. He's ridiculous. He's ridiculously strong. His strength is ridiculous.
The difference is I can't multitask. That's what she's saying.
No, he can't multitask at all. But the thing is, the thing I love about when you're with someone who is accountable all the time in their life, they take accountability for everything they do. He's never done the blame game ever. He owns his shit. He really does. Woggling your legs. But when you've got someone who does that, like I said, if I'm not happy with something or I'm upset about something, or I might say, Keith has to eat super duper clean. If he doesn't eat clean, the smell that emits from his orifice is the most disgusting thing. It's like dog poo and sick mixed in one. It's awful. But when I turn around and say, too much information, you stink, he'll go, I know. I know. And most people go, what do you mean I stink? They get their paddy up, they get angry, they react negatively. And he doesn't, he just goes, yeah, I know.
Right.
And I ate crap. This is what we're gonna have to deal with. I went, okay. And so, and I know it's a silly analogy. It's a silly thing.
No, but it shows character, right? It shows the character of the person. Like you said, you start by taking responsibility for your actions, and then you go from there.
Yeah. So if you eat something, I say, don't you dare eat that. You'll go, why? I said, because I have to put up with that all night long. You'll say, sorry, I ate it.
I think with accountability, maybe in a professional athlete, you've got to be accountable because there's 13 guys on the pitch, and you've got a job to to be at your best every single week and perform. And you have to be accountable for your errors, for your mistakes, for your failures. Because if you're not accountable, obviously you're not going to get picked, or you're not going to learn. And I'd rather be accountable than not be accountable and cause an argument. Get to the point where, you know what, I put my hand up, I did wrong, I will do better next time. And I think, you know, you should do that in every aspect of your life.
Right.
We have arguments, but we make up crap to argue about, because other when we don't have arguments, and we do it and we find it absolutely hilarious. And they'll say, we just made this up just so we can have an argue. I say, yeah, we can make up now. It's okay.
I think that's because we spend so much time together. You know, we just throw a spanner in the works. But you know, we do have an argument probably once or twice a year.
Once a year.
And it's probably she starts it, not me.
You are lying now.
You are a really healthy couple.
She likes to drag it on a little bit, but you know.
That's women. We just like to drag, go and go.
Yeah.
But once I've dragged it on and we've talked about it and it's gone. It's gone. It doesn't get thrown up again. It doesn't, you know, like some people will go, but you did that last month, or you did that last year, and that really, it's forgotten about. We've moved on from that. And then we find something new to it. Do you know what? I took him Christmas shopping. This is the first time he's ever come Christmas shopping with me. And he did a 12-hour stint. Wow. And he was like, I can't believe we're done now. I went, sweetheart, we've only just started. He went, what? What are you on about? And he moaned twice. When I mean he moaned twice, the first one was like a meh. I'm not liking this meh. So we've been juicing for 3 days. So I said, look, I'll do you a deal. If we go and have lunch and we have something to eat, you can't moan. You can shop. You have to shop until we finish. And he went, okay. The way to his heart is food. Give him good food and he'll be your friend forever. So we had some amazing food. And then he moaned once more, and I looked at him and went, you promised me you wouldn't moan. He went, just let me do a little bit, just a little moan, and then I'm done. And as we then walked into a shop, his moaning was, he farted again. And this young lady, probably about 22 years of age, was walking in the shop, and I went, oh my gosh, Keith, that is disgusting. When it wasn't me, it was her over there. And that was it. That was his moan. That was it. That was done.
You guys are great. I am just so happy for you. I'm happy that you found each other. I'm happy that you are working on yourself and your health and now helping other people. It's really admirable. I have a message. I think Brooke follows you on TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Brooke.
Yeah. She's also a stroke survivor, an amazing gal. I hope one day I'm going to interview her too. But let's stay in touch, see how we can support one another. We're all fighting for the same thing, and it's wonderful to have such amazing people on the same court.
You're very welcome.
Back, and I thank you for the incredible message that you shared with us earlier.
No, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad that I could get him on, because
Thank you guys.
Whenever I do a talk, when we go somewhere and I do any talks anywhere, I'm adamant. I bring him, especially if it's in a female audience, I bring him up first, because it softens the blow, because he's such good eye candy. And you are a very good looking man. All right. But he is good eye candy. So, especially when he's got a tight top on and nice jeans on, and ladies just love to ogle over him. And I like that, because then it makes it more relaxed, the conversation. Instead of it being a really serious conversation, it just takes the tone down. I embarrass him and it takes the tone down.
But I want you to know something. Riona, people want to see you too. You don't need, he's wonderful, but your message goes straight to the heart, and you're incredible. And
truth always goes to the heart. Truth always goes to the heart.
Exactly. So true. Guys, have a good night. I know for you it's late, and I thank you so much for working.
You're welcome.
See you later. Nice talking,
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.